Makers is really about smart manufacturing. What we want to do is to identify the actors, the drivers and the processes which will create a smart manufacturing sector in Europe.
The fourth industrial revolution is currently transforming manufacturing in Europe. Emerging from the digital revolution and trends in reshoring, a new combination of technological innovations, including technology transfer and the upgrading of local production systems, is combining to create a resurgence of manufacturing opportunity and all it brings with it.
We're very passionate about manufacturing. We think that manufacturing matters. It matters for innovation, it matters for productivity, for trade. It creates high-quality jobs. It complements a service economy, and also we believe that a balanced economy between manufacturing and services can really ensure that regions grow and prosper.
The whole purpose of the Makers project is to bring together academics across Europe and business and policymakers. Now, there's been a lot of talk about rebalancing the economy and the importance of manufacturing. There hasn't been enough action, I don't think, in terms of developing appropriate support policies, for example, around training or supporting the reshoring of manufacturing activity. Part of what this project is about is not only to understand how important manufacturing is, what the key drivers of it are, but also how we can better support it in terms of developing industrial policy.
Business and academic partners from the US and Europe joined the launch of Makers via teleconferencing.
One of our objectives is to crack the code for compelling competitive advantage in Europe.
The project, hosted by Birmingham Business School at the University of Birmingham, involves 19 organisations, enabling research development that will provide fresh insight to policymakers and support European business towards sustainable growth.
I would say Makers would be supporting manufacturing firms and business, and as well as policymakers, to improve their decision making and probably to be more competitiveness in the global economy for the next three or 4 years.
It's really fascinating how some areas of Europe, for example the north of Italy, has been one of the most developed manufacturing cities in the world. And we expect to incorporate the new technologies in this production process could be a good opportunity both for the academy and also for the firms.
With manufacturing as its central focus, Makers is using the Manufacturing 4.0 model to produce recommendations for industrial policy, and that will help to ensure competitiveness of EU manufacturing sectors.
I think this is an interesting time in the sense that there's a re-evaluation that's taking place of the importance for manufacturing for the economy in driving exports, research and development, productivity growth. At the same time, we know that there's a whole load of new technologies that are coming together, 3D printing, the internet, which will fundamentally change the nature of manufacturing. It's called Manufacturing 4.0, the fourth industrial revolution. There is huge potential there going forward. How do we make the most of that in creating high quality jobs and boosting economic performance? That's what this project is about.
In the project, we're going to be looking at manufacturing from a number of angles. We're going to be looking at innovation and technological change, sustainability and the green agenda, the impact on skills. We're going to be looking at high-tech clustering districts, and also we're going to be looking at the reconfiguration of global and local value chains, in particular reshoring. And at the end, we also want to make sure that we deliver policy recommendations for a smart manufacturing industrial policy for Europe.
I'm particularly interested in sustainability, and of course this is a key theme now, not just for policymakers but for businesses across the globe. Yes, it is a European project, but of course we're engaging outside of Europe also, just for a sense check apart from anything else. We're looking at Asia and we're working with partners in the US too. Now, when I say sustainability, what am I really focusing on here? What I'm looking at is the economic, the environmental and the ethical aspects of sustainability, and we're going to be multidisciplinary and we're going to collaborate on research, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to show the way forward to make us a sustainable UK but also a sustainable European Union in the future.
In the big scheme of things, this is a small project, but there are partners here all of whom bring different skills, different ways of looking at manufacturing. Together, I think we can come up with some interesting propositions, both for policymakers and for manufacturing, about future opportunities. And never underestimate the ability of a small number of people to help change the world. That's the only way it's ever happened.